this is more of an awareness to give to designers to really just appreciate your roots. You know, I think that is the most important part that all Malaysians should have. You know, not just in fashion. This art is heavy. Yeah, we're not doing this without
without consequence.
Yeah. We are being responsible of what we've done, and we explain in our most honest method. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Apshi.
Salam Kel Wen.
And welcome to the Woke Up Show.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, let's do it. So first of all, thank you so much for being here today and looking amazing.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm just going to get right into it. So how did you come to create Bahati?
Well, it started in 2018. Actually, I just wanted... Bahati is supposed to be a tudung brand before this. Yeah. I wanted to start with brooches and slowly go on to that. But my friend offered me a show, a Raya show. So I created a few avant-garde pieces with my brooches product. But somehow my baju took more attention than my brooches. So I kind of just go with the flow.
Yeah, like riding the trajectory.
Yeah. You can say that because what Bahati is today was not what I've had in mind. You know, before this. You know, now it has become. It was supposed to be just for hijabis and just for the Malay crowd, and now it has become this multiracial brand. You know, which is bigger than what
you anticipated going into it.
Yeah.
But why did you want to start with like tudung and hijabi fashion?
I've always, I guess, I found that time I found there's a market for it. Yeah. So, but I never really dig into traditional wear. So through that, I study myself. You know, I kind of, because I never get educated with like what's Malay culture, what Chinese culture is. You know, I just
Malaysian.
Pandai-pandai sendiri lah, you know, pandai-pandai sendiri. So when I really dig into it, that's when I really fall in love, you know, with the Malaysian culture and whatever that's. So all the inspiration for me is fresh, because like I study like right now, and I really just create whatever that I can, you know, out of it now. So Bahati is really basically really go with the flow journey. You know, I kind of just really see what people are attracted to, you know, and I kind of just picked up from there.
And did you always want to do fashion?
No. I mean, I've wanted to do a 3D animation.
Okay.
I draw comics.
Nice.
That's my high school life. But I've always been interested to design characters. You know, and I really like how to design what they wear. But I never thought about making it. You know, I just draw it. And I just like and I found out like, how about and then I realized that animation I would say there's more freedom in fashion. I feel as a job, you know, I feel that's why I go into fashion. I thought, you know, at the end of the day I can sell t-shirt, right? Or you know, to just make a living out of it. I think it's a safer bet compared to 3D animation. That's what I thought. That's why.
You think it's a safer bet than 3D animation?
I think lah. I think like that before. Yeah, I think before it was. Now I'm not too sure about the 3D animation market, but I know there's a lot coming up.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's a lot of animators. I know there's a lot of graphic designers.
Yeah.
My family, there's a lot of graphic designers background. Yeah. So that's why also I kind of. Go into that. But fashion, I'm the first.
And were you always like, did you like care a lot about what you wore?
Yes. That one, yes.
You always had like a personal sense of style.
Yeah, but bad taste lah. I would say
all of us in high school had bad taste.
I wouldn't say I would approve what I wore in high school, but I do care. I do naturally just like to style up things. You know, I like to be adventurous, even though I don't have the right pieces to get that concept. You know, I never make pieces myself, so I just see what's in the market. But I've always had this love towards fashion. Also because of my mom. My mom is very very into fashion. So I always anticipate what she will wear to events, things like that. Yeah, that's how I kind of.
Oh, that's so cool! Grow. Like how that line draws, like watching your mom.
I think that's the closest, for in terms of my lifestyle. Yeah.
So where did the name Bahati come from?
It's African,
right?
It's an African name. It means blessed. When I was actually just looking for a woman's name online, and when I read this, it just stuck in my head. On the packaging, like Behati. It sounds majestic. It sounds.
Sounds expensive.
It sounds expensive, yes. Yeah, that's what caught my attention, I guess. It was just really in the heart. Like I just feel like that is the right name, and I couldn't really understand what blessings got to do with the brand at that point of time. So I feel this Bahati journey is really magical because I kind of just really everything kind of just makes sense when I just really just went with the flow, because now how I explain, about Bahati is that I'm using, Malaysia, the blessings around me in Malaysia to create what I create, like all different cultures coming together, all these, count your blessings, So I feel a lot of this, at least during my studies, we were not really encouraged to, go through what is here in Malaysia. We are often people ask us to look out, Paris,
exactly.
London, New York, go
especially
there.
Especially with fashion as well.
Yeah. Malaysia has never been a goal, or always go out, and I feel like
that's generally our Asian sort of mentality, is that the West is better. But there's so much we have here that's so rich with culture.
We are better.
Oh yeah, I agree.
we are so, our culture is so rich. And
I completely agree.
And I feel it's just the marketing side of Malaysia maybe could have done a better job, to pursue, to kind of convince young people to say that, to stay, to show them that Malaysia is actually great, what we have. But so I think that is my job now, to let the new generation see that Malaysia has potential. Malaysia is beautiful, it's stylish,
oh my God,
trendy.
It's so nice to hear you say that. I studied in New York for 3 years, and New York is amazing and all that. But when I came back, I was like, America? It's just a marketing campaign. They have just better marketing than us.
Yeah, better marketing. Yeah. Marketing is everything. So what for me, I see as my duty as a Malaysian to kind of promote our culture fashionably.
Yes.
And up to trend. Yeah, that's my mission.
So you grew up in Malacca, right?
I grew up in Malacca and also Muar.
So how did living in those places sort of impact your creative vision? Because I've heard a lot, like my cousins are from Malacca, and some of my family lives in Johor as well, that like I've always grown up in KL, and KL is very westernized. I feel like extremely so, as compared to like Malacca and Johor, where there's a little bit more rooted in the culture.
And
Johor also with all the it's very more has more of that heritage vibe. So how did it impact you?
I didn't see it before, I would say. I mean, I didn't really appreciate the culture that's around me as well, I would say. I am very whitewashed before. I'm very into Western music. I'm very into all things Western. I don't want anything that is like, made in Malaysia. I was one of them. So I feel like I come from a point where I can understand those who are not a fan of the Malaysian, image. But I feel how it impact is, I guess I kind of just live through that cultural life. Like you say, my friends are not Western nice, not too as much as in KL, I would say. But it's very multiracial, I feel all states in Malaysia is multiracial. That is our lifestyle. We'll go into that later.
I've got lots of questions on that for you.
But I wouldn't say it. I mean, now now I see it. It has impacted me from how I see what is retro to me, what is cultural to me, because this actually those are just my childhood memories, because like to feel retro, you have a sort of you have to have a sort of memory.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Yeah. So I do have that, I feel growing up especially in Malacca. Malacca is very, very beautiful. I feel Malacca has more treasures. But I just didn't really get to experience as much compared to now. I feel now I go look for the culture, like Baba Nyonya, Jonker Street. Like Malaccans don't go Jonker Street. We bring our guests.
Yeah, when your friends come, okay, we go Jonker Street.
Yes. So when I come into college, like my friends bring me to Jonker Street, like show me around. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know Jonker Street is like this. So now I get to relearn everything. I feel so I really truly appreciate my mindset right now. I see everything so differently compared to before how I see Malacca.
Yeah. I think it's also like what that journey you sort of went through internally with Malaysia is something a lot of us can relate to. That's how I felt. Like I was like, I'm gonna move to New York. I'm gonna move to New York and I'm never coming back. I'm not gonna look back. And then after 3 years I was like, I can't really come back. Like I realized how much we have here, how rich our country is, how much it's worth fighting for, despite like we all have our grievances with Malaysia. Like, of course, it's not a perfect country. There's a lot of flaws.
Yes.
But it's worth it to stay here and sort of build what we have.
I feel nowhere is perfect. Wherever you go, like I feel there will always be struggles. There will always be, whether you're rich or not, in life there will be struggles, and I feel Malaysia is not that bad. I feel Malaysia is really good. It's very peaceful.
Yeah.
I would say some drama here and there with the with the
authorities.
The authorities. Those are fine. Good for good for publicity. But
there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, but I handle it okay. I feel there's more good than bad. Yeah. It's just drama here and there with a different mindset and a lot of religion going on.
And also I think lack of exposure. Is so much there that like we may be exposed in these like pops of liberal states and places that we live in, but like I think a lot of Malaysia, like they like sometimes I feel like they're not given enough credit. Like let them have all the information. So much I feel like of our systems like keep people not informed. For them to like have certain mindsets and ideas.
Yes, it's true.
Okay, before we get into that, I want to ask you, what is traditional future wear?
What is traditional future wear? That term actually, I wanted to...
Did you come up with it?
Yeah, I come up with that
Amazing.
term because I feel I want people to know that what I'm designing is traditional, but for the future. That is, I would say, the most direct explanation I can give. Because I'm not designing traditional wear. I'm not designing like the standard kebaya or the standard how the cheongsam should look like. I'm designing Malaysian fashion history of different races, but in new shapes. If that is from the future, which is now and later tomorrow. So so that is why the future wear, I feel it gives a sort of tech wear sort of term, to give that cyber aesthetic, but still I still have that traditional element in all of my designs.
It's still rooted in the tradition.
It's still rooted, but it's but I want people to know that this what you're wearing is, you don't feel like you're wearing something old. I want them to feel like they are forward. That is what the Bahati pose is about as well. To go forward, to go to be advanced. I think that is it's like technology but fashion.
You can see that you have such a vision for your brand, like the Bahati pose with the hands, and now you have the blue boxes and bags and the brooches. It's like, how did you kind of come up with this, like, it's a clear vision. Did you always have it, or did it change?
No, I just go with the flow. Yeah, really,
to me, if I was to guess, I would say that you drew it all out. You knew, like, okay, this is the process. Like, that's how I feel like polished it comes across.
Everything actually come very last minute. Even the post, I came out like maybe 4 hours earlier before the shoot. Like it was like 3-4 a.m. I normally don't sleep before my shoot date, so I just drew out the post like at 3-4 a.m. before the shoot starts the next day. I feel the post sets everything. I feel that is my most important moment. That's why I have Bahati now where it is today, because of that idea. I feel that post, and I kind of find meaning towards that, because the post, supposedly when I sketched it out, it was supposed to be like wave. It was supposed to be layering of the four models to give that wave form. But now how I see it is like, I'm making waves with fashion, and I feel the direction of the pose like always goes to the left. It's feng shui to me lah. I always make sure that it's to the left, since day one. No one taught me that, but I just really, I didn't plan. I just really go with it, and I just find meaning and explain to myself with logic, like what this actually mean, or what this can mean. I just see in different light. I think that's how I just really,
you have good instincts, and you have a good gut.
Oh, maybe, really. It's everything just
you have to trust your gut.
Instinct. I just need some alone time, and just put me there and let me think.
So like, there's so many things that you could have designed. Like, why is it that you've kind of stuck to traditional wear? Maybe for now? Or would you? Well,
I started traditional wear is because of my friend who wanted me to design for a Raya show. I was offered, so I was like, okay, why not? I mean, like, let me design a Raya collection. That's when I got into traditional wear. I never thought about it. That's why now, why am I insisting on Malaysian traditional wear, is because I feel as a designer you must have an identity. And I feel what I learned from what makes a designer special is their story, their identity. And I see a lot of overseas designers, they reference back to their French history, a lot of their own personal life story. That's how I kind of get that concept, and I kind of just convert it to my own, which is like Malaysian culture. Okay. So I was like, okay, if I were, how do I stand out as a designer? I look back to my own personal life, and Malaysian is my biggest inspiration. I feel the whole country is. Since young, I was educated like Malaysia is multiracial. That is what it's always about. So, with all that info that I get and influences, that's where Bahati is birthed.
I think hearing you say that is so interesting. You think of like Dior. It's like you can see like lines to like French Renaissance.
They put their prints. They always have a reason. They don't just simply like, oh, this looks nice, and then I just I always read why, the concept behind the collection, and I see that, that's how you make a collection, and that's how you stand out. So I just feel, okay, why not I look back to my roots, right? It doesn't make sense if I were to use a French print, and why?
Exactly. So how do you feel like modernizing and futurizing traditional wear will impact the fashion scene here in Malaysia? Have you seen, like, since you started doing this, that there are other people who are like inspired by it, or there's more interesting takes on it?
I do see, especially from my interns, I can see like young designers started to appreciate, their own culture. During interview, they will say like, I also took my own culture. Because like a lot of my interns that come to Bahati, they would normally put some of their own culture inside, because they were inspired by basically appreciating your own culture. That's what it's all about. This concept is not. It's not like I'm not owning it. You know, I want, this is more of an awareness to give to designers to really just appreciate your roots. You know, I think that is the most important part that all Malaysians should have. You know, not just in fashion, but through fashion, I try to educate this part. You know, to remind people that Malaysian is.
And fashion is sort of the first way we kind of show ourselves to people, like what we wear. Like, you know, before we speak, before we say anything, I will look at you and I'm not going to judge your outfit, but I'm going to like get a little vibe of who you are from it. So it does kind of like put that forward that, hey, look, I'm wearing this and I am truly Malaysian, because I see you wearing this, I'm like, yes, this is a Malaysian wear. But a fashionable one.
I mean, I try to always mix up, like my latest collection, my concept was peranakan. You know, by what I mean by peranakan is I want people, when you see them wearing Bahati, you cannot tell their race. You know, I feel that is a mixed race. Like people ask me, am I Malay? Am I Chinese? Why am I wearing a songkok? Why, you know, I get a lot of these questions on my way here. So I get, So I feel the Malaysian culture, it should be. When I say multiracial, it means that you do get a lot of race influence onto your outfit. You know, like my Chinese wear all have KK and pesak. You know, it's not like Chinese wear from China. It's different. You know, what makes Malaysian Chinese wear special compared to traditional Chinese wear? Yeah,
awesome. So I've read some of the comments on your social media. Some are pretty rough, like coming for you for specifically saying cultural appropriation, which, I mean, I'm Indian. I saw your collection for Deepavali and I loved it. I was like, oh my God, look at this. He's not just doing like, you know, Chinese wear. It's all of it. I felt, I would have never, it would never occurred to me to call that cultural appropriation. If anything, it is cultural appreciation. But how do you feel when people say that?
How do I feel? I mean, I wouldn't say I'm surprised. You know, I do saw this coming. You know, and I feel, but most important, I just don't feel that I did anything wrong. You know, so I think I really have great confidence to just really ignore all the hate, you know, because I know what I'm doing and I'm not appropriating any culture, because like I try to make sense.
You're not designing African clothes or something, you know what I mean?
I'm not like designing kimono or you know, I'm taking Japan culture. You know, for me, honestly, this cultural appropriation is just really like a social media trend. You know, like I feel like a lot of people are not educated enough to understand what that term actually
make that statement.
Actually mean. You know, whatever that, or if you're Chinese and you do something else that is not Chinese, that means appropriating. No, I mean like I mean you have to understand the whole brand also, what Bahati is actually doing. You know, you cannot just judge by one collection. Oh, Chinese design Indian wear, wrong. You cannot say that. But you know, see overall what am I actually delivering, the message. You know?
And we are Malaysian. That's the thing. We're not like, if we were from India or China or something, then we can, maybe that conversation might be a little bit more relevant, but it's just not, because we are all Malaysian. We've been to each other's houses, we've been for the festive seasons, you've seen the clothes, you might have even worn the clothes in your life.
Yes, I do wear baju Melayu when I'm young. You know, like I feel like if you're of any other race and you haven't worn other races' costume, then maybe you haven't lived the Malaysian life as fully. You know,
like even in school, in primary school, everybody will wear everything for the different festive seasons.
Yes. I feel like, you know, I hope there should be, you know, a dress code for the schools. Like, you know, during Raya, everyone should be in baju Melayu. During Chinese, you know, but I remember back then, everyone was encouraged to wear their own culture, traditional wear of own culture. They don't really promote, you know, encourage us to wear baju Melayu. You know, I feel that is also a problem. You know, like you already kind of draw the line between races that you cannot. You should be encouraged. I feel like to wear other races, that is the Malaysian spirit. That's how you build this pride of having a multiracial lifestyle and how you enjoy. I don't like when people say, "Oh, happy Deepavali" to those who are celebrating.
Yeah.
Everyone should celebrate. I mean, like, in your own way. In your own way. Like Chinese
go eat banana leaf.
Yeah, whatever that you want. Go visit your friend's house, or you just have your own Indian meal at home. Just really appreciate and spend the holiday. As it should be.
Yeah. I mean, it's so nice to hear that, because I feel like sometimes when people push this sort of cultural appropriation within the Malaysian, multiracial culture, it's like it's divisive. We're dividing each other all of a sudden. And we are not a divided people. Like as you said, we all celebrate everything together. We are entrenched in each other's culture. It's disappointing to hear that, because when people would even accuse you of doing so, because you are so Malaysian, and you can see it's coming from a deep love of the country. It's not coming from, hey, I want to make money off of this culture and that culture. That sometimes you can see that happening, and you're okay, that might not be right, but that's not what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, like it can be quite hurtful when especially when people pull out my race, like, oh, you're Chinese, why are you doing this?
Yeah, I saw a lot of those comments.
And a lot of racist comments, and people I do get hate calls. I do get people trying to hurt me, things like that, don't let me see you in public, those kind of things. So
that's a bit aggressive, right?
Well, it is what it is. So I mean, I just do my best. So fashion is impactful,
Yes.
Fashion. Yeah, I feel one thing that I appreciate about Malaysia is Malaysian fashion is impactful.
Clearly,
people do care about sari. People do care about how baju Melayu should look. I feel even though they can hate what I do, but I appreciate that most Malaysian do how to say, at least they put the effort to actually care about it. Not like just like whatever lah. I would say maybe Chinese, because I'm Chinese, so I can say that Chinese don't really care about Chinese wear in Malaysia. Like I don't grow up wearing like traditional wear during Chinese New Year, not like the Malays and the Indians.
That's
Chinese,
every year you better buy a new outfit. Everybody matches.
Chinese and Indian. I feel like Malay and Indian. I feel I really salute them, how they really uphold their culture so strongly. I really respect them for that, and I feel Chinese should do better in upholding. Don't be too westernized. I feel a lot of them are very westernized. Just wear any new clothes can already are Chinese New Year. So I really appreciate. So I feel that is why Bahati's fashion is also impactful. It's because of the people. It's because of both the love and the hate. It is what makes this fashion conversational. You have to have it's yin yang. You have to have
exactly. And honestly, like if when you do something and you're causing a reaction, you're doing something right, because you're actually doing something.
Depends what kind of. But I mean, I normally so far, well, I've thought about everything before I release anything. I get comments from every race. Make sure I don't. I guess it depends on me whether do I think that is inappropriate or not. But I do get advice from the people, and I do expect what to come. And I always have the receipts with me to make sure that I get to defend back once it comes.
You can kind of prepare for what's to come.
Yes.
So how do you feel like generally though, like ever since you've launched Bahati, that the reception has been from the public? Has it been more positive, more negative, or is it just?
Oh, this is I would say both. I would say definitely it started with more hate. Definitely.
Oh, really?
That's how we we bloom. Yeah, we went viral in 2019 with our baju Melayu oversized. There's so much hate on the internet. But there's also people who understands the concept of fashion, and they really appreciate it. Like people like myself who just want something that is to just want to look different, to just want to look special, to just want to stand out at a party. Something that is more fashionable. That I feel like when I design traditional wear, I don't want it to look like I'm dressing for a festive season. I want to be ready for Fashion Week. You can walk to Euro Fashion Week and people will look at you like, oh wow, that's that's fashion. Not like, where are you going? Baru balik, from some majlis or what, not like that sort of vibe, that's what I want to achieve. I make traditional wear fashion again.
And also fashion is art, and I think what you're creating is like walking art, like the oversized, all of that, like maybe I guess art causes a reaction. That's what it is. And if you were putting out something that wasn't doing anything, people would be like, okay, fine, whatever. Like,
as an artist, I do appreciate all the noises, because I feel like that is what gives value to my art. I don't really see the bestseller or what sometimes, but
I mean, it's nice that it's good to have some bestsellers.
Of course. The bestsellers are normally not the viral ones, but I get to but the bestsellers we can train it up. It's fine. We can get it. It's just to have this conversational piece. I feel it's very important for me as a designer to keep creating art that kind of just challenge people's mindset on tradition. For me, it's to let Malaysians be more open-minded to see the future of Malaysian tradition and what it can be, what it can look like, not just always wearing the same, because I do see a lot of my friends don't wear it anymore because slowly tradition is gonna...
because it's been stagnant for so long. Prints, cuts change a little bit, but it's not had a drastic shift, which I think you're bringing.
Not too much, because I was studying about history, Malaysian costume history also. It just stops there. The museum piece will always be just the same, but I feel like for Malaysian costume, it should move forward, like 2019, that's when the baju oversize appear, in the scene, and I feel I do see it in the, Malaysian museum, to represent like what is Malay wear. That is the trend of that season, and how it will evolve later. Who knows? I mean, like, it might not be oversized all the time, right? So I basically follow what is trending, in the... for trends, I really I do refer to the Western, and kind of just blend it together.
And also how like what people wear and the way the world is at the time, all of that, like it's like it all is connected in so many ways that, like you said, in a museum, maybe in 20 years we look back and be like, oh, at this point, this is when it became oversized, and this is why, and this is the society, and this is the person. And I think that's amazing that you think of it like that, and that you are rooted in so much history.
Well, I see myself more as an artist compared to like a businessman, even though. But
it's always like two sides to the coin.
I have to switch my brain to sometimes what works best for art doesn't work best for business. So that's the most challenging part, I would say, to have a fashion brand in Malaysia. And as an artist, like, what do you want to achieve?
So you've also worked quite closely with Dato Seri Vida, and I just want to ask you about the experience, because she screams camp. She's a campy character. Like, what was it like designing for her? And also you did it for her music video, right?
Yes, Ku Ikhlaskan. Yes. I did 2 music videos for her, Ku Ikhlaskan and Mama Raya.
I
directed both, and I also made the costume. and I also produced them. It was a very fun experience working with her because I've never worked with an artist who basically has no boundaries at all.
Yeah.
She'll be the one that says it's not enough. She'll tell me like, can I have more? I think can be louder. I think also okay. Since you're asking for more, then yeah, let me give you more. I mean, like, yeah, that is like, I really love. She is pushing boundaries in the industry, and I've always looked up to her because I started with brooches, right? So who else wear brooches more impactful than Dato' Vida? I always had her in mind, and when I get the message from the assistant, I was just so stunned. Yeah, but she is everything, I guess, what I expected. Yeah, I mean, she is surprisingly also very creative as a person. She is an artist, a fellow Scorpio myself. So so we work very well together. I feel like we understand each other very much. I feel that's when that happens, that's very important for a collaboration. It's not just one side. Then the art wouldn't feel, I would say, authentic. It feels like I'm dressing that person. And I'm very lucky to have Dato' Vida to represent as part of my career, as my art. Yeah, I'm also very honored to be part of her.
Yeah, because she really is boundary pushing, like just as a person. I think even that Mua Mua Raya video, the way it was received, obviously.
Yeah, I got her in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
She was just back from court, like recently. Yeah, it's still.
Oh, she had to go to court for it.
Yeah, I got her into trouble. I also went for to make a statement and all that. Yeah, with the MC. Yeah. It's not. This art is heavy.
Yeah.
We're not doing this without
without consequence.
Yeah. We are being responsible of what we've done, and we explain in our most honest method. Yeah, so doing this is really not easy, and for her to have this profile to support my ideas also, it's it takes a lot of convincing also. But anyway, yeah, but whatever it is about, right, it's heavy art.
Yeah.
And I feel with her, what is special about our collaboration is that I feel really that we're really connected. I feel that's what I really appreciate about working with a specific artist. I feel like we are on the same level. We're on the same mindset to kind of just like, we know our goal, what we want to achieve, which is going viral. So that's we do have that in mind, and we kind of just find elements that what is actually but also what makes sense. We don't just create viral story just for a topic, just for a headline, but everything makes sense, and everything has a hidden message behind it. See whether you see it or not. But whatever that we release together, I feel it's she is the whole vibe of Bahati. She is calm, she is loud, she is bold. That's why people come for Bahati as well. And she's the perfect muse for me.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw those pictures, I was like, no way. Like with the heart, everything.
And I now too, of course. Yeah, I now too also my favorite.
So how would you say has like queer culture, ballroom culture, drag culture like impacted you as a designer?
As a designer, I feel in terms of Bahati's design, it didn't really influence that much, because with the future and traditional thing, it's already there. But to bring out that spirit of pride, that spirit of wearing your tradition wear.
It's wearing who you are,
Yeah, I feel that with these characters, they have strong characters, and I feel they really bring out that sort of vibe, together with the clothes. When I style them out, I feel you know, to have drag queens walking KL Fashion Runway Show, to have the first
That's
Vogue.
groundbreaking. And the voguing.
Yeah, I do give thought, you know, when it comes to casting who I want to cast. I don't want to just like cast like, you know, normal standard model. You know, it has who wears that piece. You know, it does give a different impact, and for me to I'm very supportive with the drag scene. That's why I also casted them for Mama Raya. You know, I feel they are artists on their own. You know, I feel they should be more appreciated.
More celebrated.
They should be more celebrated. Everyone should appreciate their art. You know, they give a lot of thoughts to it. You know, that even though small performance, also I see them, they put a lot of effort.
They give it all. They give everything.
They give it all. They don't just like play the music and they just lip sync and they just get whatever wardrobe they have in their room.
Closet,
So I feel I was really inspired by each of them. You know, like the drag queens here in Malaysia is they have their own artistic expression of their own, which I really appreciate. They don't look the same, you know. All
that's
drag
true.
queens in Malaysia. What I meant is the Mama Raya cast. You know, they are all well-rounded artists. You know, which have their own talent, and to have them to be in my art, I feel, it's to bring up the spirit, you know, because a lot of my customers who come to wear Bahati, they always tell me like they feel very proud wearing it because of all the hate that they know, you know, that people are against it, but they wear it with pride. You know, I feel that is something that I haven't seen any other brands or even internationally that has that spirit, because like I'm doing something that is very personal, you can say, because you know, culture is very sensitive. It's not something that is just mine, you know, like it's everyone's, and every Malaysian can connect to it. So I feel responsible, you know, in when I'm creating this. So to have to bring out that energy of pride, I feel they are the best representative to kind of bring out the spirit.
Because it is inherently like, you know, like a silent little, like, here we are, you can't, not even silent, loud, we're here, we are, we're not going, you can't erase us, like. And I also think the fashion show you did for KL Fashion Week was like probably the most fun one of them all, with the voguing and the queens and everything. Like, even the ad you did for Chinese New Year, I believe, with the voguing one, I was just watching it yesterday with everyone in the office, and we were like, it's just beautiful. Like, to watch the clothes move through dance is like unique.
I had so much fun. The video is the best part of that I look forward most. You know, in every campaign, I make sure I make sure the video is always the it thing that people will want to share. And how I see fashion is it's not just about clothes, you know. That's why I casted the Voguers, that's why I casted the drag queens, you know. I'm not here to just sell you clothes. I'm here to sell you this idea of, you know, this concept of Behati, which is more than just standing and posing, buy me. But it's an energy. People say that, oh, I don't see the clothes that much when they are moving. It's like, oh, that's not the point. You see their energy. I mean, you know, you see the moves. And voguing is the perfect dance for fashion. You know, Vogue is fashion. So whatever the dance they do, you know, the vocabulary of it is all poses that you have to understand voguing at a certain point. I mean, I do have some lessons.
Okay.
So I understand the art better. You have to, you know, when you're whatever that you're doing,
you need to have a knowledge of it.
I don't just do dance video. I direct people. I don't know what is dance. You know, no, I have to learn it myself. You know, as same like how I learn the culture when I'm designing anything. You know, I feel that is my responsibility as an artist to just really be to have in mind what is appropriate, what is inappropriate. You know, I do care.
Yeah, and you can tell. You can tell. It's like you're showing people who the person that wears Bahati is through all of this. Like this is someone who is like understands their culture, someone who is loud and proud. And fashion forward. And
yeah, I put a lot of thought, not just clothes but music. I also custom with a long-time collaborator, House of RN, since the first Chinese New Year music. I custom from music, from the video, I direct myself. Everything is basically, I would say, the art of me, the art of me. So that's why I feel it's more authentic.
Yeah.
It's more real.
Yeah.
I feel people will feel that the difference.
Yeah. And you can.
Yeah,
absolutely can. You can really feel that there's a person behind this who has thought everything through. And
not just me, but everyone. Because
team,
I really use what is around me. But like I said, I use blessings that is around me for Bahati, because I really even my upcoming Chinese New Year that I'm gonna produce. My drafter will be in the video. My which is my tailor drafter. Yeah, he has been drafting, but he know how to Tai Chi.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I get all the people that basically are my friends and my, to be in the video. Yeah, so yes, there will be Tai Chi in the video.
Nice.
Coming up.
So what's in the pipeline for you, for Bahati? What can we expect to see in the next year?
The next year, well, I
There's
think
Chinese New Year line coming up.
Yes, I'm working on my Chinese New Year and Raya at this moment. So next year is our 5th anniversary.
Wow.
So it's a big year for us.
Yeah.
To have a 5th milestone, and next year will be a celebration of our past iconic looks. I'm bringing our bestsellers back. The Bahati fans will appreciate, I think, and also some new styles that's coming up. Raya with Pelangi, which I was supposed to release last year, but this year I think it's meant for a 5th anniversary Pelangi.
Lots of fun stuff.
A lot of viral topics coming up. I can't wait for the tea.
We'll be keeping an eye too.
Yeah. So we have a new showroom coming up, Rumah Bahati.
Oh wow!
SSS2. So it will be. We just moved in, so it's not open yet, but it will be open for Chinese New Year and Raya season.
God.
So we are doing our shoot there also. So you will see on the internet later. Yeah.
Nice. So that'll be exciting when you come to a store and actually see.
Yeah, to experience. I feel the house is basically inspired by the concept of Bahati, which is multiracial. So in the house you get to see different furnitures from different time of different races.
Wow.
So it's just a whole concept of how a Malaysian house should be. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so exciting! I'll definitely be coming.
Yeah, you better come later.
I will. All right, so I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I loved hearing all about it. Truly. And my closet is only Bahati now. Like everything else, no.
We'll do more.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and stay safe and stay woke. Bye.